You're familiar with the adult star Jenna Jameson, and there's some sad news diagnosed that she's going through a medical issue. Currently, and I haven't really checked up this, she's been in the hospital for a bit, and she's suffering from something called guillain-barré syndrome, which is looking on line. It's a rare disorder which your body's immune system attacks your nerves, weakness, and tingling to your extremities. Usually the first symptoms, and it could the worst that could happen, it could be paralyze your entire body, which that basically happened to Jenna Jameson. I'm going to read a little bit of this into the New York Post. This week, Jenna Jameson's boyfriend, Lloyd Bitton, revealed that the former porn star was diagnosed with Guillain-Barré syndrome. He explained on Instagram that Jenna has been vomiting, went to the hospital for testing, only to be sent home where she became weaker. And then 2 days, it got really not so good. Her legs started not to hold her. She was unable to walk, he added. The frightening medical update left many wondering what exactly Guillain-Barré syndrome, how do you catch it, and what is its prognosis? It's basically a neurological illnesses that involves the peripheral nerves in the body. Dr. Langer, Lenox Hill, chair of neurosurgery at Lenox Hospital, told the Post. Those nerves, he explained, are covered in the shear of myelin. Myelin is like an insulator for an electric cable. If you don't have the insulation on your wires, the electricity doesn't pass through. So the insulation basically allows nerves to conduct very quickly, says Langer. The myelin gets degraded. Your nerves can't transmit as easily, so you start to slow down in whatever muscle areas that are fed by the nerves. What are the causes of the illnesses? Well, it's named after the French scientists Georges Guillain and Jean Barré. It can be triggered by several things, including a viral bacterial infection. About 2/3 of people that have had it had diarrhea, respiratory illnesses, several weeks developing, according to the CDC. Langer said there are a number of recent medical articles saying that COVID-19 has caused some of the instances of the syndrome, although it hasn't seen an uptick in his own hospital. It is still a very rare thing, but it could be associated with a COVID-19 infection, Langer said. It affects about 1 in 100,000 people, and there's an estimate 3,000 to 6,000 cases a year in the United States, according to the CDC. It's a shame. It's a shame that this happened. If you guys are familiar with Jenna Jameson, the porn star, very popular in the time period. I know when I worked the video store industry, very popular as far as the VHSs, the DVDs. We used to sell a ton of them, duplicate a ton of them with her on air. Very popular. She has now left the industry. You know, like a lot of the big stars, they've retired, and a lot of them have been suffering a lot of illnesses. You know, we've heard that from several other adult stars that they're going on. I know 1 or 2 adult stars have gone into the medical profession to assist in the adult industry as far as that, which is nice. You know, you see that there's a problem occurring, and you begin to, how can you say, to help to assist what is going on as far as the industry stuff. Now, as far as not unable to be walking and stuff like that, I can feel for that, for the way I went through for a little bit with the basically the fluid that was in my legs. I have a blood clot in my right leg, lower in the smaller vein, the smaller part. I forgot what they call it. And basically, it caused a fluid backup, a nasty fluid backup, and that fluid basically fed into both legs, or they call it edema. And it got to the point where I couldn't walk. I couldn't get up and walk. It was hard for me to go to the bathroom. Um, it got to the point where I was stuck on a sofa for quite some time. And one day I fell off the sofa and I couldn't get up. I tell you this, I couldn't get up. All the weight that I gained, I literally was 400 pounds, 400 pounds. And that most of it was because of the water. I mean, I ended up in a rehab facility for weeks. And if you've heard my shows when I returned, I thank them for getting me through this. They had some great therapists that got me through the whole situation, because basically I was doing a lot of exercises. I lost over 100 pounds, over 100 pounds of weight gone. I still have weight that I got to get rid of, and my right leg, I still have some fluid left in there, and it's been departing very slowly. And my doctor says that's going to take time. For someone to get this, to get the Guillain-Barré, and can't walk, lose the ability to walk, that is just the scariest thing. I mean, for me, the edema scared the shit out of me. I can imagine what Jenna is going through right now, that she is unable to walk properly. And it's a shame. It's a real shame. And I hope she gets better. And soon. She should be able to get back with her family. I know she has a child. I think she has a child with her current gentleman she's with right now. And hopefully they'll be able to get back into a regular life again. Because that's a struggle. That's a struggle. It took me well over a year just to get any semblance, and I still have issues. I have a back issue now, hurting back. I had torn a meniscus before this. This is how it all started, because of a torn meniscus, and it's still torn. But and I have arthritis in the left knee. It comes and goes. Wintertime, it's the worst, especially this past week, which has been really, really cold. And I've taken blood thinners. I've just recently got a nosebleed, and I had to halt my blood thinner for a bit while everything calmed down. Now hopefully everything will be okay. It's rough. It's rough when you have an ailment. It's rough. But when you lose your ability to walk, to move, to be able to live, it's hard. It's very hard. Like I said, when I got to the center, the rehab center, it took me literally 2 weeks just to get back on my feet. I mean, literally just to be able to sit up, get out of the bed, and be able to somewhat get into it. And the thing is, to get into a wheelchair so I can strengthen my legs, to go to a workout room so I can start to work my legs again. It's like I lost my legs. It's, I get a little emotional when it comes to this point. But like I said, when you lose the ability to walk, I mean, every once in a while I have a cane, and I have one of those little, walker assist units that I, walk back and forth with every once in a while. But I've gotten strong. Showers are still is a challenge still. With the pandemic, I haven't seen too much of the outside. When the warm weather comes in, I'll be able to sit more outside again, so I can get some vitamin D in me and get some more exercise into me. Hopefully, I'll be able to start working out again, because it's been a couple of months since my last workout. But like I said, I hope she feels better, and I hope she'll be able to get back on her feet.